I know you're thinking. I should probably mute my phone. So, thanks to YouTube changing some things today, we have no idea if we're live or not, but I assume that we are live. So, today on the Whiskey Untitled, as per the usual, we have a topic that we'll be talking to you guys about. That's taco-rific for Taco Tuesday. We'll be talking to you guys about revisiting bottles. I've had to do a little bit of clarification on the Instagrams to explain to you guys what's going on with that, but you guys seem to get the gist. So that's what we'll be talking about today. So let's grab a glass, put some whiskey in it. Let's talk about it.
Come on.
Right.
Another episode.
Yeah, I know,
of the
it's
Whiskey
weird. I
Untitled.
guess YouTube changed the way that they different softwares, so I had to.
It's weird that it
Legal.
would look for data streaming that way from OBS as if you couldn't have an open connection.
Yeah, no, that's what usually we have the stream running, and then you press live to go live, so you can see things working.
And now, as soon as they see data, they start pushing.
Awkward, but hey, at least it's working. Got a person in chat right now, so hope you say hi, hello, and
Hello.
yeah, so today's topic. I know we're gonna just. You want to clarify it
just rush
first, right?
We can't just rush into the topic.
I thought
What's
you
up,
wanted to
Kevin?
make some clarifications first, and then we can go to bottles.
I'm not going to make the clarification because we have a whiskey show to do, Charles.
Fine.
And we have to talk about what new bottles you may have grabbed. Did you grab any new bottles?
I have a tequila bottle. That makes sense.
Okay,
So
let's talk about that.
I got this bottle from Hood River Distillers. So they do McCarthy.
Yes, we went live, Shimon.
Rider. So they said that, hey, we have a tequila if you want to try it. And I'm like, sure. I don't mind having a free bottle and trying.
Oh,
something.
Easy Rider. That's part of that contest that you reposted in your stories, right?
Yeah. Just a giveaway. I don't think it's a contest.
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to share free shit with everybody. So I think you just type in a post and something.
Okay.
Why not? But yeah, so had a little modeling thing. So a random guy with a glass took a picture of that dude. Bottle. It's actually really good. But I want to get into more of the smoky tequila. Hopefully
Mezcal?
Hopefully this is a stepping stone. Everyone has that tequila story, that Jose Cuervo story. Kind of,
I don't.
Oh, okay, well, most people do. Most fun people anyway. So
Oh,
have to
it
lie in
hurts
there.
so bad.
But yeah, no, excited. I made basically a riff off of Tequila Sunrise. So excited to try more tequila.
Tequila Moonrise. You're excited to try more mezcal. Let's be serious. How do you make your margaritas? By going to a Mexican restaurant and ordering.
I agree.
What's up, Cody?
I don't really make.
Well,
you probably has a tequila, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, Shimon, you probably did pick up more bottles than I did all year.
Oh hell yeah.
I only picked up one bottle today.
Ooh,
It's this right here.
one?
I did.
Glenlivet, what? I can't see it.
It's the new Caribbean Reserve.
Oh, and you don't seem too excited, so let us know what you feel.
I mean, so it's been sitting in my glass
Be
for like
honest.
15 minutes, and it's the nose is lackluster, especially for something that claims to be as fruity as it does,
Okay.
and as rummy as it is.
What should be, right? That's what it said.
It's all right. I had high hopes for it because rum gas.
Of course.
I had low hopes for it because Glenlivet.
Glenlivet. Which is weird because when we went to Scotland, everyone's like, oh yeah, everyone has a Glenlivet barrel because they always wanted to have that connotation with Glenlivet, and then I guess they just ride that into the...
They wanted to be associated with the name of Glenlivet because Glenlivet was the only legal distillery. So everybody tacked on Glenlivet to the end of their name, like Macallan Glenlivet. And
I don't mind papaya, but like
Glenlivet.
I don't really want papaya in my whiskey.
You know what? I could see
Hey,
papaya in there. That's legit.
Oh, hey dummies!
Hello.
Just want to say congratulations on raising 10,000 for Scott Trooper. That is
Yeah.
remarkable. Congratulations, guys. That was a lot and some fun stuff there. Everyone kind of chipped in, which was great. No, thank you guys for doing that. That was like 4 or 5 hours too. Great job.
Yeah, Gregor, what's good? Dram for all. Hello. Um, the weirder part of what I picked up this week isn't bottles at all, but it's kind of related because I mean half you guys smoke cigars, but so I'm just gonna go ham. I saw a deal for some cigarillos that I really wanted to try, so I grabbed all of these from Gran Habano. There's like 3 different kinds. They have a Corojo.
Are they real
What is it?
Cubans?
Connecticut. No, these are not. So these are not Connecticut's, and then Habanos. So these are these are not Cubans. These are just regular from America cigarillos that I wanted to try.
From America,
They're not
like the U.S.?
not like the Cuban ones that I wanted to try.
Huh. They're American.
Picked up some. Yeah, they're American, even though they're called Gran Habano. Picked up some RYJ cigarillos because these are fun. Yeah. I just wanted some options for when I run out of Cohibas because when I literally will smoke 2 of these a day, Churchill. And then when I run out of them, I get sad.
Dark Hour.
Davidoff, meh. And then I went to a cigar bar recently wearing a mask. Don't worry, it was all safe and all that jazz. Picked up a bunch of weird stuff. I picked up a Rocky Patel number 6 because number 6. It's the only reason. I literally bought the cigar just so I could post pictures with the number 6. Everybody at the cigar store said that this was a pretty trash cigar. So I picked up this Sin Compromiso, which apparently is supposed to be super heavy and delicious. Tashi said he almost passed out the first time he had one. That's how heavy it is.
Yeah, but in my head, I did the Judge, and you said that too, man. Like,
the Judge was heavy.
Wasn't that heavy?
You didn't think it was heavy? Get out of here! The Judge almost killed me.
That's why I'm like, I bought it because I was like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I almost
light.
vomited.
I was like, I need
no. You got a bad tobacco. Lancero Aladino. Never tried this before.
Lancero, you gotta try it.
And then this is from the guy Saka, House Muestra de Saka. Yeah, Saka. So he did the Leave Me the Hell Alone cigar, which I love. So this, I guess he did these called Sobremesas, and just thought I'd get some because they sound amazing. I also got some stuff to make Charles jealous, but that's a whole different issue. Some more Lanceros.
We got more Lanceros?
Yeah, maybe.
I do like my Lanceros. It's just that binder to fillet ratio.
Yeah, just that flavor to money ratio.
But yeah, so winding us back in.
Oh, Charles, can you make that window a little bigger? Oh my gosh. Just this window. Yeah, to the left. Yeah, that window. Just make it like bigger. No, but it's close enough. I'll work with it.
There.
Yes, that's so much better.
Better?
Yes, also the spelling on margaritas. Man, that was way off. Oh, Gregor, yes. Thank you so much for trying the Toki Highball recipe that I had. I'm telling you, super, super good recipe. I like the one you found. It was okay, but just it doesn't need soda water. It's really weird.
And then pulling us back into the topic. Actually, wait.
Pulling us back into what we need to do is Christian. In my glass is that Caribbean Reserve, which is it's all right.
And then, since I don't want to tell you what is in my glass yet, because it is part of what our topic is about, can you please tell everybody again what our topic is.
Okay, so people were a little confused. Today's topic is about revisiting bottles. It's not about buying a Macallan 18 from like the 90s and comparing it to Macallan 18 today. That's totally a different topic. We're looking at bottles that you bought, you cracked them open, it tasted one way, and then you cracked it open again later, and it was totally different. Yep. So it may have been because neck pour, it may have been because oxidation, maybe there's 1,000 reasons why, and I've got some theories on what I have as to why, and some confirmed even by the guys over at Glenmo. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Awesome. And then that brought up Greg. So Gregor, since you brought up Toki, this is my first bottle.
Ooh.
To talk about. And the reason why revisiting, I won't say I've got confused, but the way I interpreted the topic today was that, so when I tried this, I was like, all right,
Christian.
When this came out, Ibiki 12 was kind of the bottle that you couldn't get anymore, so they brought in the Toki. And everyone's like, oh, this could be a replacement. I think this was before the Harmony too. And then from there, I was like, all right, let me try something new, Japanesey. Let me see what it's like. Didn't really like it. And then did more research. Oh, it's supposed to be for a highball, for this, that. I'm like, okay. Put in a highball. I enjoyed it a lot more, and I actually keep it. So it's like, I tried it first, wasn't that great. Then moved towards what I guess the manufacturer wanted it.
Its actual purpose.
I actually liked it. So that's what I thought about when revisiting.
Magic. Absolutely.
To be honest, it's still not a great just in the glass dram. I like it with some soda water, maybe a little bit of bitters in there.
Yep, just a little bit of bitters, perfect. Dash of bitters, 6.5 ounces of Fever Tree ginger beer. You're good to go.
Dude.
All right, since Christian already ruined the party to start,
Go, Christian.
I'll go ahead and say the same thing. Actually, that Manzanilla cask, Tobermory 21, sounds amazing, and it changing sounds like something I want to change in my life. But Glenmorangie Signet, as Christian already said, this bottle is infamous for changing. I know when I first got mine, I tasted mostly milk chocolate, and then now I get like heavy espresso, which is awesome because all those things are good. And talking to, I forget who it was. I think it was David Blackmore. I was talking to him, and he was saying because of the types of casks they use, it intentionally actually causes it to change in flavor over time. They realized that before they ever put it on the shelf to sell anybody, and they knew like, hey, this is going to change. So if you go to a Glenmo tasting, they'll tell you that right off the bat. Like, hey, look, if you've tried this thing before, but you've never gone back to it to try it again, here's the reason why. Because it actually does change in the bottle. And there are a couple of them, they said, that do that from the private edition. So like the Meulcham's known for it and a few others, which is kind of cool.
For me, Meulcham's lighter.
Yeah. Oh, did it? Yeah, I love that candy when you first get it. It's so good, the sugar.
Like super sugar rush rich.
Yeah. Pagusa, exactly. So the Signet bottle, if it never lasts more than a week, you might ever get to see change. But mine's been... So I've had mine for quite a while, like a while that I am ashamed to say how long I've had it.
A year.
But yeah, it's well over a couple of years. But it's just super good now. I just going back to it was such a great idea. And I think that's kind of nice having too many bottles sometimes is I'm forced to go back after time, and so I get to see if it has changed.
Just to pause a bit. Whatever's in my glass. Damn, all right, anyway, this is not in my glass, but I'm going to talk about the same thing that happened with you in the Signet. Barrel Bourbon Batch 11. At the start, like I think as before, Hell on Toast kind of was like the big thing.
I never got that when you sent me a sample.
It just started going down. So I have an unopened bottle here beside me, and I never want to open it. And if I do,
because you're like, it only tastes like that for a minute.
Something to inject in there so it doesn't oxygenate.
Oh, you can just put argon in there. Yeah, but, so it doesn't oxidize.
Yeah, so really enjoyed it at the start. Went through halfway, and then it started getting to the point where you're just like, this is different. This is what I thought it was. Died off for me. It's interesting how this. I know.
And it's interesting to say that
the dummies did still doing a yearly test on their stuff with I think it's the gas bottle and gas bottle. So.
Do they? Argon's heavy air, so it would push all the oxygen out of it and keep it from oxidizing.
But yeah, no,
it's in the atmosphere.
And Scott, it's batch 11. The barrel bourbon.
Scotch fan with the weird comment changes in the glass every 5 to 10 minutes, but I think it's very whiskey dependent. Most of my whiskeys do not change that often. Scotch fan, are you saying that specifically for the Signet? Because I don't think I have any bottle that changes like that drastically.
I don't think I have anything that changes 5 to 10 minutes. There's
not that.
If you drink it and you leave it for a bit, it kind of sits. I've had stuff that does.
So because alcohol is coming off of it, I'm not a fan of that. Bottles are better with a couple days oxidation 9 times out of 10. It's this or that. I mean, I open so many bottles I can't really say because once you open a bottle, it's like the process starts even if the cork is perfect and it's whatever. Should use argon. I think it's the best. That's legit.
Yeah, I know they were doing a.
Oh, specifically the Signet. Yeah. Okay. Right. I might have to try that one day and just try it every 10 minutes and see what's up.
All right. Next one for you.
But a lot of that's probably evaporation. Speaking of evaporation, this is perfect. I'm going to show you an awesome cork that doesn't work. So I have a cork on this bottle. As you can see, like it just turns around in circles. And for it to get tight, I actually have to like bring it up halfway. Because when I put it back in all the way, it just spins around in circles. So next bottle, the first time I tried this, I have to say, I thought I was going to die. And the guy next to me who came late to the tasting I went to shot it. And he started coughing like he was dying then. It's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. And it's funny because, again, because this cork doesn't fit perfectly, which I really do wonder if it's not from the high proof. It's 67.8% alcohol. I really wonder if the high proof helped to shrink some of the cork to loosen it up. And now I think so much of the alcohol is actually evaporated off. I should get a tester to see how much is left in here. But now so much of the alcohol is actually evaporated off that it actually tastes fantastic the way it is. Like it tastes like what it would taste like if you let it sit for a while.
More syrupy.
Yeah, it's much more syrup. It's much, yeah, exactly. It's just much more concentrated caramel and vanilla and brown. So yeah, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This was a big surprise for me. I still love these bottles. Like they're so good. I still have 1 or 2 extras. They're so good.
Yeah, I have 2 sitting here.
Dang. Yeah, Scotch fan. I totally agree with you. Like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof really hit it on the head. There are a lot of bourbons that are not so great, but this one just knocked it out of the
don't
park.
have anything that's high proof.
That wasn't intentional. I grabbed it because I know that's a weird one for me. One that's changed a lot.
For me, okay, so change for the better. So I have the Takusuru 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried it with other people's bottles that are brand new, so first cracked, and other ones that are low. And it is crazy how drastic the difference between how much. I did a side by side with a friend. A friend of mine tried my bottle, went immediately to buy another bottle, and then when we cracked it,
Nothing like it.
Tasted totally different. I basically told him, "Hey, drink it down to the shoulder part of the bottle, let it sit for a while." Haven't actually reached out to him, so I probably should. But this bottle is just amazing, and I'm sad that other people. I don't remember if I liked it at first, but at this point where it is right now, I enjoy it. Definitely something to crack it open.
That's legit.
Yeah, and I still.
So I wanted to stick to bottles for sure. That was like I dug into this bottle and it changed because the whiskey was changing. But these next 2, I can't attribute the change so much to the actual whiskey itself as I can to maybe what I've had that day or my own palate changing. Okay. So just a heads up before we get into these last 2. And unfortunately, they're both from the same parent company, which I'm not a huge fan of doing, but it's whatever. The first one is the Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. I really enjoy this bottle. Speaking of bottle that's got rum casks, I really enjoy this bottle, but it is a pain in the butt to enjoy every time. Sometimes I pick it up because I know it's only 5 ppm, but sometimes I pick it up and all I can taste is peat. And sometimes I grab it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just rum. And then sometimes I grab it and it's all peat again. I can't really say that the whiskey's changing because obviously it's got both of those elements to it, but it's I'm guessing that it's probably my palate that
probably your palate or your palate's so naked, as I would want to call it, and just the first thing you get is something that you don't. And then, yeah,
it just depends, right? There's so many factors that can change what you're tasting.
I'm guessing blind, it would probably be harder for you to brain when it's peat.
Yeah, it would go. Yeah, it'd go both ways and go crazy. Old Fits.
I'm going to talk about a bottle that changed for me because of my education.
Ooh? Glenfarclas 25?
No, I could have brought that one out. But, when you're early into whiskey, you get information from all these different places, especially like places like Bevmo and
Total Wine?
Total Wine, there you go. Total Wine and stuff. So you listen to their recommendations, you listen to their people.
Their recommendations.
And you're just like, damn. All right, let me try it. So I think we brought this up last time. It was the Jefferson's Reserve. Where I was like, this is great. This is bourbon. This is what bourbon's supposed to be. I should like this. And then when my education grew, I started tasting different things. And I'm like, damn, I'm going to say this is piss, but damn, this is not as good as my brain thought it was back in the day. So, and I'm more than happy to admit it because, we all grow. We all learn different things. And it was just interesting how like when I went back and tried it again, I was like, yeah, this is just like plain vanilla and then like mold, damp mold.
Ooh, oh, like musky.
Yeah, musky. Yeah, it was just like in my mind, I'm like that's what I thought whiskey was. Like that's what I thought American whiskey was.
Man,
so I don't know if it was the air either because like this is almost done too, but it just my mind was like this is not what bourbon should be. I've got other things.
Yeah.
There's that.
Pagusta and Christian, you guys are saying that the Old Fitz is terrible till you get to the last quarter of a bottle. I should point out that drinking 3/4 of the bottle before you get to the last quarter is probably the reason you're having that change.
Or just like split the bottle up every time you buy one. You just like split it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Scotch fan, Glenfiddich 14 changed for you quite a bit. That's interesting because the one I have has been pretty stable. That's actually one that I enjoy probably
to be
more
honest,
than
I think that's what the 12-year-olds need to be, and the 14-year-olds. Like the standard bottlings have to
they
be
should
consistent.
be. Yes, absolutely.
I think
Kevin, what's up? No, you're saying you think what?
I think that's kind of why those brands have those core ranges
Oh, yeah.
they don't change, because they don't want that person, like especially like Jack Daniels and stuff too, right? Like they don't want anyone going, this is different. They want, here's your hardcore customers, here they go. And
I mean, they're computer controlling stuff for their warehouses, so it's much easier to control
everything. I don't think
everything.
any of us brought out a core line bottle.
I'm about to.
All right, there you go. Perfect segue. How about that?
Yeah, the perfect segue was talking about your own palate changing over time. But time of year palate, Kevin, I would say the time of year could affect your palate only because, think about it, you eat different foods in the summertime than you do in the wintertime. You eat different foods in the springtime. I mean, you just eat different foods year round. I find myself not eating chili in the summer at all, but as soon as like fall, wintertime comes around, I eat chili like it's going out of style. You know, so that's got to affect my palate, especially because like super spicy.
I wish I could send you some jalapenos, man, because my jalapeno tree is growing.
I'm all right. My brother hooked me up. I was getting Trinidadian Scorpion, a friend of mine in Baltimore, but now my brother has a friend not far down the street from me here who's growing like everything. He has like every pepper.
That's what we're doing next year.
Oh yes. So stoked. Chili in the summer is the best. I got to disagree with you. We eat food year round. Yes, I eat food.
Well, it's always hot. Yeah, fuck.
Everybody eats food year round, or you die as a human.
Not Wally, like
he's an alien. God. Yeah. All right, and the last bottle that I have, which again tied into the segue of what you said about your palate changing over time. This bottle was interesting for me because when I first got it, I thought this entire brand was light and didn't do a good job of really pushing flavors forward. And now I've learned that that's actually Glenlivet and not Balvenie. So Balvenie, the 12, when I first had it, again, like I was like, man, it's okay. Like it's light, it's honeyed, I get it. But 500, 600 bottles later, I remember going back to it and being blown away. Like, man, they really got this balance of sherry and honey in such a good way that it just blows my mind.
Appreciated balance, right?
Yeah, and it's just so good. And the funny thing is, like, again, like I said before, you guys know I did a blind test with the 12, and I literally, and I wish I'd said it out loud, but like I thought it was Balvenie 12 because of how much more sherry's in it. I really do think they screwed up the Glenfiddich 12 recipe for the first year of the new bottle, and I really do think they added a little extra sherry, and it punches.
I do think the 12's light. I agree.
It punches pretty good, man.
All right, I got two more, and I think I should have brought this one with the Toki. So BSB 103. This is more of like a flavored.
Yeah, brown sugar bourbon is like,
and
it's got literal brown sugar in it.
And what's funny is, I thought this was a pure mixing, but I can drink this straight and just have a good time.
Yeah, it's brown sugar. I could drink brown sugar too.
I know, but like they always categorize this as like put it into Coke.
That brown sugar is a nickname your wife gives you, not a bourbon you drink, man.
High altitude brown sugar. But yeah. No, like it was okay with Coke and stuff like that, but when I started drinking this straight and stuff like that, it made it a lot easier, a lot more fun. And that was a bit of a reverse with the Toki.
That's funny.
This is you find yourself
like just enjoying it.
When you're stupid, and I'll admit I'm stupid sometimes. When your friend says you should buy this bottle because it's got port in it, and you misheard him say port when it's actually supposed to be sherry, and then you learn like this is not a great port bottle, and then you try it, and you're like, oh, it's sherry. No wonder. Yeah, it's a good sherry bottle. So that's my glass today. I'm sad I didn't get a second bottle.
Moments.
But yeah, you're like port. I'm like, all right, this is port. Nah. It was a really good sherry. Great sherry bomb. And the last drops for me are like the best. You get that good blend. That nose in there. Concentrate.
I'm on my last half a bottle of that too.
This is it. This is all I have.
Third bottle.
Like I rarely bring it out, but like I had to bring it out because I'm stupid. My brain was like port.
Yeah,
this didn't taste like port. And then
people forget how powerful the brain is. Like that's why I tell people never to give suggestion flavors to people because it's called auto suggestion. When you're letting somebody try a whiskey, let them try to figure it out and let them just guide themselves for a minute or two. Because if you say a flavor, their brain will go, that's what it is. And that's a really dangerous thing because auto suggestion is how literally every tasting is done when you go to them. So they're telling you this is what it tastes like. And you're like, oh my God.
You gotta think about brands want to do that, right? They want to make you
of course.
things. But I know that.
But no matter how much you tell me it's European oak sherry, I'm not going to issue.
And that's where that's why I want to bring this up because of the fact that like my mind was just port, and I'm like, this is not strong port. And then when you're like, dude, it's sherry, I'm like, oh yeah, I can get that now. That's my brain kind of just let go and just.
And there it is, revelation. Dram for all. It's funny you say that you're depending on allergies. So I have that exact same problem. I typically won't drink scotch outside because I don't know what it is with the outdoors and my breathing system, but I can't enjoy very many whiskeys
it's not
outside.
Whiskey outdoors. It's just being outdoors. He doesn't want to be outdoors.
That doesn't help, but like something is wrong with like my allergies. It's just like it's so bad. I just don't really taste whiskey that well outside, so it just doesn't happen. Yellow Rose Port. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking your word that it's stupid good.
Sounds good.
At the cigar bar I went to with Tashi busted out port, and like I was like, oh,
dude, where's my port?
With cigars, like legit, Tawny Port is.
Port. I have like Taylor Fladgate. So.
Yep, it was Taylor Fladgate. No, it wasn't one of the aged. No, they do like 20, 30, 40s. It wasn't one of the aged. It was I was a really specific bottle.
Oh, it's my wine.
I can't remember. My brain doesn't.
Anyway, yeah, no, that with cigars. That rum.
So yeah. Yeah, rum and cigars.
Except for that Glenlivet rum.
Yeah, this isn't rum.
But yeah, that's mostly what I had. Like, it's interesting, like when you go through it all, how our education, whiskey, how are people suggesting certain flavors, and then just time in general, how you drink whiskey. So, I guess the greatest advice that we could give is go back and try some of the whiskeys that you thought you didn't like. And if you don't like it, let people know. Because why don't people tell people that don't like bad whiskey? Like, it's yuck. Okay, say it so people don't.
Because everybody's palate's different, right? You may not like.
Yeah,
let's
but
talk about
tell people,
whiskey.
Right? Like, just tell them. Like, all right, let me try it.
I would say tell people as long as you know your palate well enough that you can explain to people like, hey, this doesn't taste like this, or this tastes like this, or like this isn't good, and here's why. But this is my typical palate. That helps a lot. But you really got to know your palate. That takes time. It takes a lot of drinking. Get to drinking, guys.
Yeah, because like you've suggested some things, like that the Glenfiddich from last week, the travel retail one. I didn't mind it. You did not like it, but you didn't tell me you didn't like it until that show. Like,
that was a hard pass. There's a lot of travel retail. Just assume if it's travel retail, I mean, for the most part, like I've had really bad experiences by travel retail.
Triplewood was amazing.
That was the first. Oh, so the 16 Triplewood was great. I bought the 12 also. 12 was not good. Tamdu 14 Ambar. First Tamdu that I didn't like.
The Highland Park was the Animal Series. We did not like that.
Yeah, I'm glad we totally bought all three of those at the bar because
that was freaking hilarious.
The wolf, the bear, and the whatever because it wasn't good.
Yeah, the 16.
It's funny because I like so much more of Highland Park and like that. None of that was.
Yeah, we did a flight of that when we were in Orkney because you wanted to buy it at the airport because you saw it at the airport, and like that was a good money saved.
Yeah, it was a lot of money saved.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it just try these things again. I'm gonna go through some of these bottles again. I'm maybe next week. I'm gonna do photos because there's some bottles that I want to go in and just I don't like this. Like Blanton's, for instance. Like, it's good. It's not that good.
Oh, I go back and visit every so often when I have to take a picture, and I'm like, this isn't good at all. I don't know. I don't know what the hype is. Scotch fan, Highland Park 18 Travel Retail. Is that the one that has one of the animals? Because if it's one of the three animals, hard pass.
Yeah, we had the animal one, and it did like what blew us away was the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society Highland Park bottles.
No, those were
that flight was amazing.
They were older and they were incredible.
Yeah, we were just like we had to try it.
Yeah, those were mind blowing. But the travel retail so miss and miss.
Oh, and I got information about Orkney because I messaged somebody that's there. They're opening up again, so they have tourists coming in. So they're kind of
Correct. They were opening up the store. Yeah, they posted that online. I think it's just a regular 18, but it's a 46 or 48. Ooh.
Huh.
Scotch fan, I'd buy that just because the regular 18.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
like,
Eagle Wolf and Bear. Yeah, no,
yes,
do not
Christian,
Eagle
those
Wolf or
ones.
Bear.
Yeah, we do not like them. But hey, I would suggest try before you buy if you guys.
No, there was one that I was like, this is okay, but like I still wouldn't buy it. I can't remember which one it was either.
Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. Blanton's is over it, but that pretty bottle, man, it gets everybody every time. Like it's an amazing gift, and if you can get it for like what, $40, $50,
Yeah,
you still find it.
I'd still feel ripped off.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let us know what bottles that you guys have had that changed that you've had to change mind, good or bad. Personally, I want to see more of the bad stuff because I feel as though that Instagram is just so happy, all the positive vibes and stuff like that. Let's see some negative
And all
stuff.
the fake people posting about bottles that aren't putting #ad.
Yeah, that pisses me off. But hey, anyway. But yeah, I would love to see what you guys like and don't like. I'm not afraid to share my opinions on certain things. I know Wally isn't either. So yeah, just let us know. Stupid name, animal superheroes. I don't know, Kevin. See, I bought some stupid shit, man.
Just don't sleep on the Vikings. Like, the animals, they were dumb. I don't know what they're doing, but the Vikings,
I know, man.
I don't know, man.
What do you call it?
That was super good.
Kevin with Wally, he loves that 2026 freaking Jack Daniels. That had a stupid ass thing.
What?
Remember the? Is it 2026 or whatever it was? The
2049 Johnny Walker Black.
That thing, yeah, that thing.
2049 Johnny Walker Black is fantastic.
Yeah, but that's got a stupid name and shit. And
it's a movie theater bottle, but it tastes incredible.
And he also
it's amazing that the bottle the bottle looks just as cool. White Walker was just okay. White Walker tasted better than all three of those Highland Parks.
And I did buy a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottle because it had Velociraptor and whatchamacallit and Xenomorph on it.
Oh, and Xenomorph. That's just a cool name.
But yes, I'm suspicious too. But like, there's some times where you're like, damn, this has a dumbass name, but damn, this whiskey's good.
So Kevin, this is what you do when you're suspicious. You hit up somebody on Instagram who you see has the bottle and it's open, and hey, can I get a sample? Let's trade. You never saw the bottle of 2049? Oh my gosh! Wait,
oh, it's a sexy bottle. Hey, let Wally jump in. You can see his background moving. Yeah, no, like there's a bunch of bottles that I bought just for the name. Full Volume is amazing. I do enjoy Full Volume. I have to admit though, when going to Highland Park, I fell in love more with the brand than anything. But ooh, 150. I don't think you would pay 150 for that.
I got it for 150. Yes.
What?
I would. Yes.
Wow. It is a sexy looking bottle.
I mean, it is.
Am I someone on the shelf? Yeah.
It was on the shelf for 99 originally, and then it jumped to 150 pretty much everywhere. I saw it on the secondary for 200. It is. So the bottle, wow. Yes, it looks kind of cool. Don't care. What is inside at 49%? So good. So good. Look at this weird topper.
Yeah, no, to be honest, that bottle does look future.
It's supposed to. It's supposed to be from the future. It's supposed to be from 2049.
Oh, it's $75 at freaking Costco? Scotch fan.
Wait. Oh. You should have grabbed like 5 of them. How many's in a case? 6? You should have grabbed 6 of them.
Ah, man, but the problem I have now is like that 150 mark. I'm waiting, and this is, hey, I'm putting this into the universe, okay? I'm putting my thoughts into the universe. I'm hoping Scotch Malt Whiskey Society have another free shipping. That's my mind.
If they do that again, I'm about to go broke.
That's where I'm like, that's my mind. I want to put this thought to existence. Oh.
Yeah, if they do that again, I'll definitely go broke.
Oh, there you go. Oh, shit.
It's in the future, shouldn't it be?
No wonder 2020 is so bad, man. Freaking Back to the Future wanted to be here. Blade Runner didn't. Oh,
Back to the Future is 2015. Calm down.
Was it 2015 they said? No, didn't he say
yeah,
never
2015. Does it say 1985, 1985, 1885, and 2015?
No, but he said like never set the settings to 2020 or something like that. Or is that just a meme?
No, it's a meme.
All right, I gotta look it up.
And Christian, we're not doing anything out of papier-mâché, so calm down.
Oh, you broke, man.
Oh, I thought you broke already. The way I've been spending money on the car, I did just get ceramic tin. If you guys ever price on ceramic tin, it ain't cheap.
Oh man. All right. Want to do a bottle shot that I'm not gonna use?
Sure. If you're not gonna use it,
I get so lazy sometimes. Much. But yeah, guys, and on that note, first off, I want to say I stole this from Bob Blair. So Bob Blair, here you go. I stole the glass. Love it. I think this is the first glass outside of the U.S.
Oh my gosh.
Smuggled it out. They said it was okay. I swear.
Just
He said it
take
was okay. He looked at me
Told
like,
you
dude,
just
just
ask.
take
I
it.
told you just ask him.
I know.
Just-
He was just
just-
like, oh, okay. He looked at me like I'm an idiot too. People just take it all the time. No one's asked before. All right. Cool. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, our Patreon supporters, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Deuces.
Deuces!